Now we're going to begin the new shir.
Yesterday, 2 days ago, we said that you do Torah mitzvah kavanah dafka be'ez barach. This we can understand. Yesterday we added you Torah mitzvahs liyachad or dafka mekeir nefashas kol beis Yisrael with holocaust. But I'm not holding by that. But often even though that a person should be'emes have this kavanah. That a yid's heart should truly desire. In other words, it should matter to him. He should be lacking. That there should be yichud elyon hazeh, this supernal union, not something that's going to affect me directly. It's not giving me more godliness, it's not giving me more godly inspiration. It's happening in the madregas of elokus. Says the Rebbe tzarich liyes. Believe a yid has to be holding in his madreg of his heart an infinite love, which is for Hashem's sake alone. In other words, I don't love God because I love me. Right? Usually when you love somebody else, it's because you love yourself. I love me, so if I love you, because you help me satisfy my interests or needs. The Rebbe mentions it in the beginning of Perek Mem Gimel, the beginning of the sugi of Ahava in Mem Gimel. Ahava Rabba is the highest madrege, but it's a nishke pashtamais. Ahava Rabba is a madrege, it's a madrege of Merkava of some sort, which is lasses nachas ruach lefonav levad. It's all about giving the Eibishter pleasure. It has nothing to do with satisfying his thirsty soul to God. Top of Nechasam Rav. 2 days ago, Shil Dafka Beis Barech is Leravis Nafshe Atzmeya. But yesterday's Shil Yachid Mekei Nefashas Kol Beis Yisrael with a Lakus, it's not for me. It's Kvayochu for the Eibishter, Malchus of Atzilus, which is a Lakus Shavan Aliyah. Ella, this is a Madrega Kibra, like a son. The Ishtadel Bat Ravui V'Imei, that he makes every effort to the benefit of his father and his mother. The Rachim Lein, that he loves them, Yatam Egarmei, more than his own body, V'nafshe in his nefesh, V'chuli in his ruach and his neshamak, which also was mentioned earlier, B'shem Arayim Ehemne, and I believe that Le'il is Perek Yud. I'm not sure if it was mentioned ever again, I think it's Perek Yud. So B'meile, what's Farah Mishagasa does? I'm going to do an avodah which is so insincere. If I'm doing Teirah mitzvahs to miyachet myself for Alakus, it's echt a ganz feine madreg. But doing Teirah mitzvahs to miyachet Alakus, what Alakus? Ava Rabbanik, a Yid who's holding madreg of Ben, is holding by this level. You see it there? Right. Yeah. Give it another person. And you can have it again in Perek Mem Dalet. He's going to mention it one more time. The Dalt Rebbe Mikomakim, nevertheless. Yash L'chaladam, it's appropriate for every person. Lahargal Atzmei, to acclimate himself, to get himself accustomed. Like B'kavana with this madreg of Kavana. Although it's not absolutely true in his heart, believe in his heart. They should desire with your whole heart. Why? Because it's not my self-interest. It's a selfless interest. But still, do it anyway. Because a little bit his heart does desire this be'emes. Farvas b'shem kol Yisrael mipnei ava tivis shebelev kol Yisrael. There's the magic word. Kol, because there's natural love and infinite love, ava misuteres, which is not mial prat, but it's b'shem kol Yisrael, which explains why when we say l'shem yichad gutsha b'nichu, we finish off with the 3 words b'shem kol Yisrael, because this is the only madrege where a yid can say that it's liyacht gutsha b'nichu shchinte, it's for the Eibishter's sake. A yid who's a madrege of Ben, who's holding Rabba Rabba, he is kol Yisrael hanasi hu ha'koel. The rest of us, we're not shaykhs to it, but b'shem kol Yisrael, Alter Rebbe says we should do it anyway. Okay, b'shebelev kol Yisrael, which is in the heart of the collective Jew. Last is to do kol mashur asna yibaruchu, everything which is the will of God Almighty, the Eibishter. Like the Rebbe v'yichud zeh, and this union, which is not about a union between me and the Eibishter, but between Alakus and Alakus, between Shchinte and Kutsha B'richu, you should know like this: who the tzeni amiti? It's the true desire of a yid. Every Jew really wants it. But I know, in other words, Yichud Elyon Shabbat Atzilus, that the Yid wants, that the union should be formed in Atzilus between Shechina, which is Makan Neshama Yisrael, and Kutsha B'richa, which is Ein Tov. Hanasa, which is achieved, Bisarusat Latatas, through an arousal from below, which is the Yichud Nefesh Alikis, by unifying my godly soul, V'Skalusa Ein Tov, and become one with the Eibishter, which is the idea of Ladavka Beis Barach from 2 days ago. Al Yedei Hamalubish B'Teiru Mitzvahs Sheisekes Behen, which is revealed in Teiru Mitzvahs, in which one is preoccupied. And when we do Teiru and Mitzvahs, and we affect a Yichud between Alakus and ourselves, as a byproduct, as a Yichud between Kutsha and Shchinte Lamayl. V'hayu lachad and Mamish, and Yid becomes Mamish one with Yiddishkeit Commission, as Bayel we discussed earlier. And again, earlier is Mistama Tanya Perek Dalet. Says the Rebbe, Kayedei zeh, that through this is another thing that takes place. In addition to the yichud between a yid and a lakus down here, which is called dafka b'yizbarech, in addition, there's also the second point that Misyachtim Gamkin is also a unification of Mekeir Atera VaMitzvahs Shu HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the root of Teira Mitzvah, which is Elokus and Atzilus. Mekeir Nafshei Alakis and Nikri B'Shem Shechina, with the root of the Shem Yisrael, which is called Shechina. Shein B'Chinas Malak Alaman and B'Chinas Sevek Alaman. And he says that Shechina Knesset Yisrael is Malak Alaman and Teira Mitzvah is Sevek Alaman. Which goes to Mokamacha Barichas. This is explained in other places. Barichas. The Alter Rebbe mentioned in Tanya Perichov Gimel that Teira is Sevek Alaman, but that's not the year. This is what we were discussing the whole time. To be emes hold by Yichud Shevricha Shchinte is a madrega of tzadikim gedoylim, the Alter Rebbe says. Stam tzadikim is bria, merkoves tzadikim gedoylim, and he calls it ein lanu esek ben estoris. This is the madrega of ben, ava rabba. The shtadl basar avuvi imi. Like the Alter Rebbe do it anyway. I feel him do it anyway.